You can never find out your weaknesses until you run into greatness.
Say that one more time.
You can never find out your weakness until you run into greatness. That's why it's always good to face greatness in anything you do in life. That's why I told a person, I lost my fear a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what fear means. The only fear that I still hold on to is death. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Well, now, what about the Mo3 stuff? I was talking to him about the Mo3.
It's sad. When I hear about the Mo3 situations, to be honest with you, I just look at it like this just a bunch of young kids out here playing with this life. And when you play with this life, somebody gonna end up losing their life. And that's what happened.
So these
young kids,
okay.
I don't like you. I heard you messing with this girl over here. These kids have conversation about where you putting your penis at. Oh, you messing. And now, see, I'm coming from a whole another lane.
Mm.
The day you learn how to keep your thing out of these women, man, you can do whatever you want to do.
You say the day
you just learn how to leave your penis in your pants and not put it in these women, man, you can be able to go anywhere you want to go and do what you want to do.
What about today's society? The way, and I don't get too much into it, but the way folks are carrying themselves, the younger folks are carrying themselves, dressing, and the whole 9 yards. Certain things cool now, but not everything.
Right now we're dealing with, what do the kids have to look up to? What do the kids have to look up to?
What they got?
Nothing but a rapper.
Okay.
Who changed the dress codes? The hip hop culture.
That's right. You know, interesting. Put a pin in it. I was watching TV, of course, and I was watching the other night In Living Colors. And I was looking at when Keenan would come out and introduce the dancers. Oh man, and I remember when even I would run to the television and everybody, because these dancers, they could hit it. I mean, they doing some of everything. They were so good and so entertaining, but they all had on their clothes. They could get a little sexy at times with certain stuff, but they all had on their clothes. And I'm saying to myself, the videos and the rappers today, all of the ladies and girls in the bikinis and the yada yadas and yada yada, do they really have to have that, or is it the talent and the music and the beat of the music that excites us? Can we still sell rap songs with them the way that they were doing with In Living Colors?
To be honest with you, we can sell music off of straight talent if we really wanted to, right?
We want to.
But the catch to it is that what the industry wants?
But why we can't become the industry?
You just said something. Why we can't become the industry, right? The reason why we can't become the industry because we don't know how to connect with each other.
Connect is just connect.
It's hard to connect with somebody that has certain kind of egos because one thing about it is this here. I can have a conversation with you and me and you can try to bond with each other. But next thing you know, somebody's going to come in between and say, hey, man, why you messing with Curraway? Curraway is a no good dude. He this and that, right? So what that does is now it gives me like, man, what's up with Curraway, bro? Golly. So now I'm up here questioning should I invest into something with Caraway?
But that same person that would say that, as they say to me, why you got them on? You know, somebody said something. It was a comment they made about Charleston that we could have been talking about something else. I deleted his comment. I don't even want to hear from him, whoever it was. I don't even
Exactly.
know. Don't want to hear from him.
Exactly.
And I just think that be careful of the hungry dog
Facts.
that brings you lunch.
I mean, I understand.
Because somebody's going to say something about you that don't even know you, but want to warn the next person about you that never had an experience with you.
With you.
Okay?
And now I'm with you 100%.
So I'm saying
So-
those people need to kiss my ass. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is like it's a bond where it's like we dealing with a big old culture where we control, where we act in it. Let me just say where we act in it, but we don't control in it. So we got Jay-Z's of the world.
Right.
They done got all this money. We got Rick Ross's of the world. They got all this money.
Okay.
We don't see Rick Ross and Jay-Z connecting with each other. We don't see Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Yo Gotti coming together. We don't see all these people coming together and saying, hey, let's build something for us. Let's build something for us. Because you know why? It's the one that's at the top that's controlling everything because they saying, I gave you all this money. This is what I mean when I say that person that sits in the middle and say, man, don't go over there and mess with them. It's not the regular, it's that man at the top saying, man, I've been hearing about you over there kicking it with Rick Ross. Yeah, but, man, you know.
But what we going to
man,
think on our own 2 feet without that person?
That's the catch.
Okay.
That's the catch. I'm just a vessel. I'm just the old little man, been from the projects, went to the pen, and learned how to get on the internet, and now I got a voice. I'm just a vessel. I'm the one that's just on the internet talking all the smack, giving out. I'm not even talking smack because I'm giving out nothing but truth, right?
Right.
I'm trying to open up the eyes to my people, let them know, say, man, listen, once we start attacking these people right here,
Right.
then we can start seeing a change in a lot of things we doing, right? Because I'm just a vessel, right? I don't have millions of dollars because it takes money to be able to put certain things in a position. I just got a voice. I just got a voice that I'm trying to give out to my people. How many people gonna listen? See, I changed up an image for a reason. And they say, man, when I came home, when I ended up getting the strip clubs and all that, let me tell you something, Caraway. I had the gold necklaces and everything. I had the Benzo. I had all that. When I start changing up, I said, I don't want no gold necklace. I don't want none of that. I said, you know what? I want to create something different. I want to create something different. The world loves materialistic things. I want to get in raw, uncut, something. And that's what I'm giving the world. That's what I'm giving it to them, raw and uncut. But we caught up into the monkey lifestyle.
I can say that. Yes, sir.
What is the monkey lifestyle? The shiny objects.
And we the only one buying them.
Mark Cuban don't even wear no jewelry. Man, I seen Mark Cuban going to real life street stores. That man was driving a Honda Accord. And he parked on the side of the road on a meter. He didn't read it. He parked VIP. And walked across the street. Normal lifestyle. And I said to myself, is that what billionaires do? Well, I ain't a billionaire. And that's what I'm doing. Because I'm so far away from the materialistic lifestyle. I'm so far away from it. I'm so far away from it.
Well, you know, I like to kind of be a little okay, as long as I'm just okay. overly flashy, that's not where I am. And I see it. And I see exactly what you're talking about all the time. But I got to figure out what in the hell can we do to change it. Because I do believe that it can be addressed if the crab in the bucket thing would only allow the crabs to come out the bucket instead of pulling one another down. The more they continue to pull one another down, then the more other people, other ethnicities continue to take over our community, our neighborhoods.
A lot of crabs done came out of the bucket. A lot of crabs done came out of the bucket, Mr. Caraway. Look at our NBA players. They done came out the bucket. Look at the NBA players, NFL players. We just got through talking about Earl. No matter how he lost, he still picked up over $30 million. Look at all the rappers in our community that's still making millions of dollars. They done came out of the bucket. The catch to it, when they come out of the bucket, what they coming out the bucket to?
Well, you know, Earl, he's a community person. When I say that, we know we can see, feel, and touch Earl. But some of these other folks, they don't even know how to get to Oak Cliff.
Come on, man. Come on, man. So when I speak and I say things like this, when I speak and I say things like, why we not letting the NBA, NFL players come into our world? Because it's a little baby that's over there that don't even know what it's like to see a superstar or a celebrity.
Well, they got to come to Oak Cliff.
Come on now. Come outside.
Yeah.
But why they not coming outside? Because we don't have nobody that's able to tell them to come outside.
Well, we going to tell them to come outside.
So right now with what we doing and how we building, they hearing us. I know for a fact they hearing us. Because I done sit on the floor at games and I seen NBA players say, hey, bro, keep up the good work, man.
Right.
Hey, man, keep up the good work, man. I like what you're doing.
Right.
If you like what I'm doing, come be a part of it.
That's right. You know, I'm going to say one thing, then we're going to go to another break, but let me just say this. We would bring, and this is when the Dallas Cowboys were winning, we would bring the Dallas Cowboys straight to Glendale Shopping Center for the pep rally. Okay? I'm talking about Harvey Martin, all of them, Big Too Tall Jones, every one of them. The coach. We've had Tom Landry to come. Tex Schramm, Bob Hayes, Cornell Green, Mel Renfro.
You from an era, man. You got Caraway. I'm like, you come from an era in Dallas before this era. You was in control of a certain era that these kids right now have no knowledge of.
That's what gets to me. I see what we had. I see what we lost, and I see where we are. And because I know these things, it hurts me today to realize and see everything that has just been flushed down the damn toilet. I mean, I know where we could be, should be, have been. But to see, it's like, golly, what the hell happened? But now, I still want to say this. I'm still just as committed to try to do the very best I can to communicate with you, to communicate with Charleston, to communicate with Earl, to communicate with the level of folks to try to make a difference and kind of bring some of it back. But I have to ask myself, am I wasting my time?
Nah, you ain't never wasting your time, because everything that you doing, and everything that you can do, it might take time, but it can happen. Because everything need a connection. And right now, what we're dealing with a connection. You is the connection to this puzzle. You can make this puzzle come together, because, like we just spoke, I just gave you a pure and uncut,
Right.
real me.
Right.
Everybody don't get that.
Right.
If you go back and listen, everybody don't get the real who I am. And I'm quite sure that you can get that from everybody that ever stepped in front of you. And if somebody's willing to give you that, they willing to say, okay, let's make this happen, Caraway. Because we don't have a connection in our city. Nowhere, nothing. We don't have a connection in this city right here. Who can we go to? Who can we go to right now and say, hey, listen, let's do this? Who can we go to?
Well, here's the deal. We're going to start it right here. We're going to pick up the baton and we're going to run with it best we can. I don't know how many more years I got living, but the few that I might have, I want to put it into making sure that I make my contribution, do everything that I can to address the issues on behalf of others. I could just, hell, like I said, forget all this mess. I could go fishing. Don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. I worry about it because I'm going to do something about it. But I need y'all's help. I need your personal help. And so we can address these issues. Look, this is some great stuff. We're just getting started now. Get comfortable because we're going to fire it up in a minute.
Oh, dude, I'm ready.
We're going to throw the wood on the fire.
Oh, I'm ready.
We're going to skin the chicken.
I'm ready.
We're going to strip every feather.
I'm ready.
You've been listening to The Other Side with Dwayne Caraway. Thank you for joining us. Tune in next time for more great guests, insightful conversation, a little bit of humor, and a whole lot of truth on The Other Side with Dwayne Caraway.